Hey you guys, it is July 21st, 2024. I'll go outside and have a little conversation with you guys. As you can see, I'm in a different place. I know it's been a very long time since we have had a little chit chat. So it's probably time to get you guys updated. Come on, Diesel. As you can see, I'm not in the same place. I am in the country, beautiful country in North Carolina. I am I'd say probably living quite a bit of a different life than what I was living when I spoke to you guys last. So I'm going to give you an update on what's been going on. As you know, I think my last video was about this or better. So I was talking about a specific person and how I had attracted somebody into my life because I made a decision that I wanted the person that I was interested in or someone better. So I started to visualize myself in a loving romantic relationship with a faceless person. So I didn't have a person in mind. I was at the brink of frustration with the person that I was interested in at the time. And I had called somebody else into my life. They were in my life for about 2 years. And that really worked because it happened immediately after I had those visualizations and those thoughts about being in a relationship, period, and didn't put the whole focus on a specific person giving me the love and the romance that I was looking for at the time. So someone left a comment under that video saying that they were confused and that are you saying that you can be with your specific person? Are you saying that you shouldn't want to be with your specific person? And I can understand how that can be confusing because I've had a bit of a different situation since then. So when I made that video, me and the partner that I had been with from that time frame when I did say, this or better, that partner and I had split up in April of last year. And we were living together till July, and then I had plans to do, other things with my life. He moved out and went somewhere else. But we were still seeing each other on and off, here and there. Maybe like once a month or something like that. And it was very frustrating because I knew that I loved him and we had, a lot of stuff between us. So it's pretty hard to just kind of let that go. And I did a lot of really soul searching during that time period. One of the things that happened to me during that time period is coming into the knowledge of the law of assumption versus the law of attraction. And so when I started really getting into the law of assumption, I ran into subconscious laws in her videos. And that's when I just kind of stopped making videos myself because I felt like, okay, there's so much that I don't get still. And when I got into that, I went ahead and took a few of her courses, things that I really just needed to understand a little bit better. And I feel like, it definitely helped me. Previously, before that, I couldn't handle like the cursing and things like that. I've been into law of attraction for years, and I'd always just skip over her channel because I knew there was a lot of cursing. And then I get with this partner and like he curses like a sailor because he's a little country, but he was cursing like a sailor. So it didn't bother me so much because I had been in a relationship like that for 2 years. Started listening to her, and I was like, man, like everything is pretty much my fault. And when you get that, you realize it's within your power not just to forgive yourself for the past. You have to realize, like, you're manifesting all the time. You're always creating something, be it good or bad. But in my situation, I had been creating what I didn't want because that's what I was dwelling on all the time. And I realized that my self-concept about myself was that I would be abandoned, that I wasn't good enough, that everybody always took advantage of me. And that's what played out in my life because that's what I believed. That's what I truly believed. And it really is what played out. Even in that relationship, I allowed things that I would not, want for anybody that I love. But I believed, okay, well, I guess that's what I deserve, I guess I'm just weak sauce. I guess, nobody really wants me. And then when I realized, like, everything that happened to me was because of my own personal beliefs and what I allowed because of those beliefs, it really started to change me. So then I started feeling a different way. So I did a couple different courses, like I said, and at the time, she had a course going that really was meant to make you feel like sexy and vibrant. I can't remember the name of the course. I think it's like Obsessed or something like that. But it helped me feel like I was first of all, someone to be obsessed over. And just speaking to myself in a different way and meditating on what it would be like or what it felt like, feeling the feeling of already being obsessed over. I started dating again. I went on a dating app, and then there was all of a sudden hundreds, and when I tell you hundreds of people that were right at my fingertips. It was like the whole reason why, I was sitting there alone was because I made that decision that, that's who I was. Didn't change the fact that I did still want to be with the other person, but I started to feel myself. I started to really feel myself and love myself and feel like I was attractive because of the self-concept change. And it happened so quickly. Like when I got it, I got it. Like it's like right there. So I did start dating, and when I was dating, my ex all of a sudden starts coming back into my life, and really wanting me to come see him, to come spend time with him. And so at the beginning of December, that happened. Some things came out that, I didn't know. So, I had a decision that I had to make. The whole time that we were apart, I had been scripting about our relationship, and then all of a sudden I, switched to scripting about how I feel and the person that I'm with, how they feel, what they want to be to me, how they feel about me. So it became more about not him in particular, but just what I wanted to feel and how I was. It was almost like what I was writing down was a memory or a thank you note for something that had already happened to me, and I was really feeling like this is who I am. I'm loved. I'm, obsessed over. And he started coming in a different way, my ex. So, while we were apart, I had created a vision board on Pinterest, and the vision board had, all of the things that I wanted to experience and the things that I wanted to experience was a proposal and a wedding and all these different things. It wasn't just a love vision board. It was everything. So, but I did have specific things like how I wanted my wedding to look, and wedding dresses and rings and things like that. So at this point, it just kind of seemed like it wasn't going to happen. But then in December, once everything was said and done, I had to make a decision. I had met a guy that I was interested in. Do I want to really hang out with this guy, be with this guy? Or do I want to move forward with my ex, because he was coming in, the right way this time and treating me a different kind of way. And I made the decision to stay with or get back with my ex. So here we are. It is almost 8 months later. So I've almost been back with him as long as we were separated. And we are engaged. He proposed in April. So yes, we are in, I guess, a new relationship, but we were together for 2 years before that. So he had said before that he was only going to get married once, and he knew he was only going to get married once, and he didn't know. He couldn't say if he was going to get married to me, blah. And it was all like, being unsure. But, I do understand some of the reasons why now as well. And I get it. But we are living out here in the country, which is also something that I've always visualized. When he bought a house, he did buy it in the country. And one of the things that he told me when we were on and off is that, he thought about me when he bought the house, because he knew I always wanted to live in the country. And when we had looked at homes together, he had looked at homes in the country. But that is where I'm at now. We're engaged. We are going to have a wedding in October. It's going to be just a small wedding. And we got a property through Airbnb that will allow us 50 guests. But when I did my vision board, it had a barn, it had a lights, and it was like in the fall. So everything that I wanted has come to be, including the type of ring that I got, which is a heart ring. And it definitely happened a lot sooner than I expected. I wasn't necessarily in a hurry to get engaged. But it happened a lot sooner than I expected. We have a good life. The dynamic between us is so different because I believe differently now. I don't feel like I have to just give everything to get. I feel like I am loved and I'm supported. There are some things, that I still work on. And we're all a work in progress, but it's what you believe of yourself. It's what you can focus on. So I want to leave this video saying, yes, you can be with your specific person. I did not go into this or better. I just started believing in what I wanted and seeing what I wanted. I did script a lot for him, and I visualized him a lot of the time when I was visualizing. But the biggest thing was realizing I can, and I do have the power to create my own future. It's not based on, whatever happens. When you believe in what you can have, it's going to come to you, and it's going to come to you not necessarily in the way that you expect, sometimes not even necessarily in the way that you want, but you will get there. And you just need to believe in yourself, and you need to believe in your worth, and you've got to see yourself loved, see yourself happy, see yourself in the environment that you want to be with, see yourself in the relationship that you want to be with, see yourself with the money that you already know you can have, but see yourself with the things that you would buy if you had that money: a house, a new car. See yourself working from home if you don't want to have a job. Just see yourself the way that you would be if you had the thing that you wanted. And sometimes that does take scripting it out and writing it out. And I have so many things that I could share that have happened since my last video. And I will share that because some of them have to do with money, some of them have to do with other people. But once you start seeing things in your mind's eye the way that you want them to be, somehow, some way, those things will come to you. I just want you to know that. And I want you to believe that, nothing that you want is too hard. Even a specific person. My relationship with my fiance is so different than it was before, and I couldn't have imagined it. I imagined myself weak, and I imagined myself as someone who had to do so much to be loved, and not just be loved because of who I am, because I'm me, and all of that has changed. We're a team now. We work together to resolve issues. He does for me in different ways than he did before. He's more thoughtful than he ever was before. And I believe things will continuously, get better between us. But he's serious about, making me his wife now, and that's a beautiful thing. I could say so much, but the biggest thing for me to say is, you can do it too. You can do it too. And I want to leave you with a beautiful view of where I am. And let you know that life is beautiful, and it is exactly what you want it to be, exactly what you make of it. You can create your reality, whatever makes you happy. This right here, this beauty behind me, this makes me so happy. Look at those clouds. Like, tell me, I created that by myself. I created my own happiness, my own beauty in the country, which is what my whole life I've always wanted. And I didn't know how I was going to get here, and I got here in a weird way. My fiance had to leave me and realize, that I was the one he wanted to be with. And if he had not, I wouldn't be living here right now. So I'm telling you guys, you don't know how things are going to happen. You don't know how things are going to change your life, but you can have exactly what you want. So keep believing. I will try and see if I can do a video soon on things that I've manifested since last time I uploaded. Monetarily, physically. I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that next time in my next video. But I'm so glad that I was able to talk to you guys after such a long time away. I know that I don't have a whole lot of you guys that follow me yet, but this is important. This is important. You can do it. You can manifest your specific person. You can manifest the place you want to live. You can manifest the money. Anything you want. You guys have a wonderful week, and I will check in with you again soon. Bye.